2021, 2022. That's right. They were 6-6. Me and Kevin was just talking about that. We did make the playoffs. We took about a 4.5, 5-hour ride to Pahokee? Yeah, and lost 38-20 in the first round of the state playoffs. So, again, it's been a great run here these last 3+ years, and I'm glad that I could see y'all guys out here tonight. That shows me that y'all show love for our Bradford Tornadoes. Give it up one more time for our Bradford Tornadoes, guys. I'm going to start the interview process. Is Mr. Samson Jackson in the house? Samson Jackson, come on up. Give Samson a round of applause. He's our athletic director. Samson, I see that we dressed alike. Where'd you get that shirt at?
Oh, it must be the same place you got yours.
Oh, the same place I got mine. Okay, that's good. So, yeah, grab that microphone there. Samson Jackson is our athletic director at Bradford High School. Always busy, always trying to get things done. That's why you carry 2 phones, isn't it?
No, that's not.
That's not why you carry 2 phones? Okay, I got you. Just want to talk a little bit about last year's sports in general and carrying over into this year. Really had a great, successful sports program last year, and most all the sports.
Yeah, we did. Started out, and last year's football season started out well, and carried right over through basketball and girls flag football and all sports. So we had a pretty good season last year.
What are you looking forward to this year in the 2025-2026 season?
Just kind of continue what we've been doing. I think we've been doing a good job of the current sports that we have and expanding what we currently have, and just a lot of winning. So I'm excited about that.
So what, I know that you're in charge of all athletics that come through Bradford High School. What kind of things can we expect during this football season as it's coming here? Well, this Friday night as we're getting ready to go to Cocoa down there for the kickoff classic, and of course our arch rivals Baker County coming to David Hurst Stadium. So what kind of things do you have planned up? I see you all the time in the press box. You're always doing something or out on the field. What kind of things do you have planned for make excitement come to the stadium and people to come out there live to watch our team?
We have a few things planned this year. We're going to try to do a couple more things with getting some interaction at home games, maybe half times, different things like that. But I think we worked really hard in the last 3 years to get things established and just continuing doing what we're doing with that on the field. Being at practice the last couple of weeks, watching the guys work hard, just getting refocused and back into football and banging around a little bit. So I'm excited about that as we prepare to go to Cocoa this week. Yeah,
as a matter of fact, you can see it if you got Facebook or any kind of social media. Our guys have done really well on 7-on-7 tournaments here this past summer. And congratulations, by the way, for taking first place at the Jacksonville Jaguars flag football competition. Give them a big round of applause there. And Samson and Coach Jamie Rogers, I'll tell you what, I get grief all the time. I work over in Lake City, over at New Millennium, and I know some of the coaches, they work with me, and the first thing they said was, I don't want to hear about that 7-on-7 tournament championship that y'all had. Yeah, I bet they don't. I didn't say nothing. I just let it go. Hey, action sometimes speaks louder than words, don't it?
That's it, and yeah, that's it.
That's it right there. Young man that we're going to have quarterbacking for us, sophomore Cy Cubbage, had a great tournament over there along with other players. I think he threw for 980-something yards and 27 touchdowns, some kind of ridiculous numbers. What do you see in that young man as he gets ready to coach? Coach Rogers really turned the keys over, the Cadillac over to him. What do you see in this young man?
I think he's just ready for opportunity. He's worked hard the last 2 years, or last year, and then this year, this off season. Just trying to learn everything. New offensive coordinator, Coach Shane being with him and stuff. So I think that he's picking up what we're doing and trying to bring what they see to life. He's been good.
So as far as some of the things that, like you said, that will be happening at halftime and pre-game and post-game, can you give anything that we may be doing that, or do you want to keep that a secret and tell them to come on out there and check it out themselves?
I won't steal his thunder because I'm sure you might ask about it. Superintendent Mr. Hartley has some things planned specifically for our East Side game. So that'll be one to put on your calendars to make sure you come out to. We got something planned real nice for that game.
I got you, all right. Hey, give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Samson, thank you for doing this. Again, welcome into our Sneak Peek Show, Tornado Football 2025. My name is David Rogers. We're live here at the Downtown Grill here in beautiful Stark, Florida, home of your Bradford Tornadoes. Again, Kevin, do we have any Tornado fans in here?
Yeah, I hear some.
Is that something? You know, this is a live radio broadcast for for the next hour, and I can tell you right now, the people at home probably say, "My gosh, man, you got a full packed house in there."
Oh yeah,
and
hey, we're having a good time down at Downtown Grill.
Yeah, we sure are, and we got a lot of people and players and people that are influential with Tornado football. So we appreciate each and every one of them. All right, I would like to call up next.
On Facebook, Bradford Touchdown Club and businesses. I know the first week versus Baker County is Lottie Baptist Church, who we greatly appreciate. They come in clutch for us all the time. But that's not an easy task, running that concession stand. We had some fun things on the menu, and we also added a drink tent last year, which is kind of helpful to keep the line down. You want a drink, you just go to the red tent. So we're working on it, but we're having fun.
I know what you're saying because I used to be a band booster, the band booster president several years ago, and I ran that band booster concession stand. Boy, you get busy back there, anywhere from cooking hamburgers to French fries to making sure the drink coolers are full. It's really a daunting job and a tasking job, and you need all those people and players that you said.
We do, and we're so grateful because of how many volunteers we have willing to come work that for us. All of football parents can sit and enjoy the game. So that means so much to us. So we appreciate them, and we love everyone that comes and volunteers there for us.
All right, hey, that was Miss Kaylin Rankin. She's president of the Boosters. Give her a big round of applause. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. Well, we're going to come to our first break right here. We'll be back for the rest of the whole state of Florida. Right. Y'all agree?
I like it. 17 years now.
17 years. My goodness. Yeah, it's gone by pretty quick, I can tell you, because it's been 10 for me, and I know you've been doing it a little while longer than I have. Michael, welcome up here. Just want to ask you a little bit about what you were doing in the offseason. Just give us a little synopsis, and then tell us what we can expect in 2025. And I know you got a couple of other things you'd like to discuss.
Yeah, well, you know, David, in the off season for football fans, it's kind of misery. You know, when that last down is over, it's like you look and say, "Wow, when's it coming back?" And one of the things that I noticed in this off season was that our team's hungry. They didn't take the day off. They didn't take the off season off. They practiced. They put 7-on-7 competitions together where they just went out and handed losses to teams out there. Like you mentioned, the Jaguars, flag football, didn't get to go to the game and be part of that. And it just shows what our teams put together in the offseason. And again, I say it a lot, you know, in the offseason, you just really wonder, what's the team doing? How well are they practicing? It's hot. But I got to give them a hats off right here because, again, they didn't take a day off. They have really put in the work, and I'm one that's a firm believer that when you put in the work, you reap the rewards. And I think the Tornadoes are looking at one of the best seasons right now, and we ain't even played a game yet. But, you know, I always try to give you a final of what I think our season's going to be. I'm going to change that up this year, David.
Are you really?
I think I'm going to tell you that we're going to take this year one game at a time. And it all starts with Coco. And anybody who knows me and knows what I feel about Coco, that's one for the books right there. So it's kind of great that we get that right off the bat because I think.
Can I quote you on that?
You
I can quote you on that. All right, I'm writing you down for that.
No love for Coco.
All right, I got you, man. I'm writing all this down.
Newberry too. There's no love for Newberry.
Yeah, well, I was just getting ready to say, you want to add Newberry to that list?
Put Newberry down there too because
Newberry.
they got to take it this year on the chin. And I tell you, that's what I love about what these Tornadoes have done in the off season is they put in the work. And when teams kind of get lackluster, they start the season slow. You're not going to see that with these Tornadoes this year. They're going to be popping from the first coin flip. And hopefully next Friday night, well, I'm not even going to say hopefully, we're bringing it back. We're going to bring it back from Coco. You heard it right here live.
Let me write that down too
You
as
quote
well.
that one too.
Okay, I'll quote that one as
But
well.
I tell you, it just shows that, again, it falls back on the work this team has put in. They left last season. They know that they didn't get right where they wanted to go, but they were there. They were there every game, and you know that's a lot of kudos to the coaching staff. You know, I couldn't ask for a better head coach and a coaching staff, because I tell you, they put it together, and this team molds right in there with them, and they fight hard. And that's what it takes to be successful. You've got to have a team that believes, and you've got to have a coaching staff that pushes them to every bit of their limit. And before you know it, you're hoisting that trophy. So I really feel confident that we got a good year ahead of us. A couple names there that I mentioned that we really want to get in them a little bit.
I wrote them down.
A little bit tough on that.
Yeah.
But I tell you, it's been a great off season for me, getting ready to kick it back in. I know you smell that pigskin in the air like I do.
Absolutely.
And, man, that's when the ticker starts ticking a little extra, so we're getting close. And you know, the thing about football is you just, every play's different, right? You can watch football, I'm 54 now, I've been watching it for 54 years, and you can see something different in every game. We saw a 70-yard field goal the other night that
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
did. I
think
didn't think I would ever see either. Yep.
So I mean, you definitely need to be coming out and watching these tornadoes, because they are putting something on this field that when you walk out of that stadium, you're chapping yourself on the chest because you're proud of what that team put on. And we know that this year is going to be a good year for us. I feel it. I know you feel it.
Oh, I'm feeling that, yeah.
We never see losses in our future.
No.
That's what we do. We pump it up, and we keep it up there at that level. So on that note, man, I just big kudos for this team for the hard work they put in this summer, this off season. It's been hot. It's Florida. We know how it feels, and they didn't miss a lick. So coaching staff, again, I look forward to seeing what you guys are doing this year. The team is in tune. So got some playmakers we saw.
Oh, yes, we did. Yeah, boy, you ain't kidding.
Talking to Quez a little bit ago, he's already told me that wide receiver room is going to be loving it this year. So really looking forward to seeing what this team puts together. And, you know, when we're standing there again at this state championship final this year,
Ooh. I love it.
Take it any louder, but we can.
Yeah, I know it. And I think those guys believe too, so.
I know they do.
You're exactly right. And you were talking about, you know, the Tornadoes would, there's teams in the state that would love to be in the position that the Tornadoes are in right now.
Yes, sir.
Hey, who wouldn't want 36-5 over the last 3 years,
I'll
right?
take that.
I'll take that all
Take
day,
it all
every
day.
day. And you can say that you only lost to 3 teams in those 3+ years. Give me a break. Come on, man. People would love to be exactly where Bradford is right now. And if you're a Tornado fan, you've got to be loving this too. Let me hear you if you're a Tornado fan out there. Mike, I want to thank you, brother, for everything. And by the way, I don't really care that you're watching a Redskin fan. I'll still love you.
Hey,
Yeah.
it all starts with the Tornadoes, baby.
Yes, it does. You're exactly right. Give it up for Mike Walls, ladies and gentlemen.
You know you love him.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, I see your post all the time. Again, that was Mike Walls, our stadium announcer, talking a little bit of Tornado football, what he believes, what's going to, some of the excitement, Kevin. I'm telling you, people tell me that they can hear him for a mile and a half.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when he gets excited over there and he gets those fans pumped up and those feet start clacking on that I'm telling you, man, it's a...
He gives us a good home field advantage.
Yes, it does. I can assure you of that. So, again, thank you, Mike, for everything that you do. All right, I'm going to call a guy up that leads this whole thing. He is the guy. He is the man right here for our school district. He is our superintendent of schools. If you can give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Will Hartley. You know, Kevin, you know, athletics is part of it, you know, but you gotta have a good educational program and a good curriculum and a good school feel. If you're a student athlete, you need to be doing both.
Yeah.
And Will, thank you for joining us up here. Will, I do want to say, the first thing I want to say is congratulations to you and everybody on the grades that we got here this past year. Unbelievable.
If you weren't going to bring it up, I was going to bring it up and brag a little bit about our students, our staff. Just a fantastic 3 or 4 years, just a steady increase every single year. And for the first time in school grade history, our school district is a team district, and that's a huge thing. And while I'm talking about that, let me just bring this up so that our listeners and viewers know about it. At our first home game against Baker, at halftime, we're going to bring every single staff member for the Bradford County School District on the football field to recognize them for all of the hard work that they've done and doing something that's never been done here before.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Now, in fact, I did that this morning on the tornado report. We call it the All Tornado Sports Report and Update, but we talked a little bit about everything, and we did talk about that, and I thought that was a very nice gesture for you to do. And I know Chuck was saying some people were calling it, like some of the teachers said they're really excited about being out there and getting recognized.
Well, they deserve it, and I'm excited for them to. Some of them have never experienced the tornadoes on Friday night.
Right.
And that's part of it too. I want them to come and see what that's all about, and really try to marry our sports with our academics.
Yeah, and you know, we were just talking about student athletes, and I tell you, obviously it's working because that grade that we just got right there, I know that carries over into our athletics as we're moving forward.
I'll say this too, it really goes both ways.
Yeah.
And to have football season at the beginning of the school year and to be as successful as we've been, it really truly does build a momentum and a morale on a campus. I know I'm going to take a shot at Mr. Coffey because he's not here right now.
Yeah, and I did invite him, by the way, Will, just to let you know.
Where he should be.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, that's right.
But I think he would agree with me that it does make a big difference. When you're winning, everything feels right.
Yeah. So, also, keep on that same topic and theme. What do you have planned as far as, and I know you've been talking to the coaches and of course the high school staff and everything, what's some of the things that we can see looking forward, like you said, on Friday nights, to make, like you said, people that maybe hadn't seen tornadoes live or whatever, what do we have that's upcoming that you can talk about that could maybe bring some excitement as we always do anyway?
Well, I was going to say, we already have the best high school football atmosphere in North Florida.
Amen.
I'm not going to try to do too much to get in the way of all of that, but outside of bringing the teachers on the first night at that East Side game, we had a company that reached out to us that has access to a gigantic American flag. And so we're going to bring our kids on the field before the game, and what we're going to try to do is tie it into a behavior incentive at our schools and have them come on the field and be the ones that can hold the flag out on the field before the game.
Wow, that's great. How about that? So, I know B school, right? Okay, so I know the goal is to be an A school.
That's right.
So, what kind of curriculum, what kind of things are you giving the teachers and the administrators to work with to try to elevate us to that A school?
I'm going to say this because our theme or motto this year is branded in belief, and I think the one thing that is most important and has been the biggest difference changer in our school district is the fact that our teachers truly believe that every single student can learn, and that has really changed, and that's what's created this momentum. That every single day they put things in front of our students that is just as hard as that test that they will see at the end of the year, and that's what has made them so successful.
And I agree with that, and you and your staff are doing a really good job of that. Final thoughts, I'll give you final thoughts before we go on break here. Anything that you want to say to the listeners that couldn't be here tonight, just if you want to talk about the football team or all of it in general, anything that you want to leave the fans with?
Well, I think this is going to be an extremely exciting year. This is probably by far one of the most individually talented teams that we've had. A lot of older talent, but a lot of good young players that are going to be fitting in key roles. And so the trick, I think, is going
to in North Florida, but people know us, and people know who the Bradford Tornadoes are.
Yeah, well, it goes so much farther than football. It's about Will's vision for the whole school, and then we've had really good football players come through in the last 3 years. There's no question about that, and I think our assistant coaches are second to none. So when you add all that, you tie all that in together with a really great work ethic. Our kids love to work. You heard Mr. Qualls talk about it a while ago. We had 24 days in the summer. The majority of our kids made a lot of those days, and it's not easy to do what we've done in the last 3 years. There's a lot of hard work, but I don't want it to go without being said that it starts from the top and works down. Samp and Coffee, what they do for us on a daily basis, those three, I said it in our golf tournament, those three guys are the best in the business at what they do, at giving us what we need to become that brand. And it's been a lot of fun. I'll be honest with you, since January of 2022, seems like yesterday, and now here we are almost 4 years into this thing. So it's been a lot of fun.
So, question for both of you, and I'll let Coach Staples answer first, or you can. What is the outlook, Coach, for the 2025 football season? What's y'all's outlook and for Tornado football? Where do you? What would you like to see this team be?
Where's the state championship game this year?
Yeah.
Bar none.
They just want to come out of the hallways and play. The thing that I tried to do when I first got here was get every kid that could play football to get them out of the hallways and be out there on the field with us. And we've had between 70 and 75 every year. And I don't know exactly the AFT number. Coach or Mr. Hartley might know. We have about 800 on campus every day, somewhere around there, something like that. So if we have between 70 and 75, that means 10% of our school is playing football. That's a pretty solid number.
Yeah.
So if you think about that, if you were at a school that had 3,000 and you had 10% playing, that means you have 300 in the program. So that's kind of, what, and I think every kid that wants to play football, that can play football, is out. And then obviously we've had a few guys move in. So that's the way I would say that we keep the thing going.
All right, this question is for Coach Staples right here. Coach, you being the special teams guy, we talk a little bit about that. I message you every once in a while. Who's going to be your playmakers, like on punt return, kickoff return? Who's the guys that we should go be that we'll be looking at and maybe calling their names on Friday nights?
We have a chance, David, to have more playmakers on special teams this year than we've ever had.
Nice.
And that's saying a lot. Now, they've got to buy in to the culture and the expectations that go along with that. Because a lot of teams, special teams are just something that fills.
Here we are back live at the Downtown Grill in beautiful Stark, Florida, for our Tornado Sneak Peek. Last segment of this Sneak Peek show, Kevin. It's been really a great show. A lot of great interviews, as you've heard from the coach and Coach Staples, Will Hartley, to the booster president. I mean, it's been a great show so far. And now here comes the meat and gravy right here. We'll get to those guys here in a minute.
Yeah, I tell you, you hit it on the head when you said Bradford's a brand, and the coaches and the staff are doing such a great job that now, like you say, people knowing this little team right here, Bradford County, hey, it's starting to make some noise in there. Right here, you got the nucleus of what's going to make it happen, David.
That's exactly right. Ladies and gentlemen, put it together for our Tornado football team. You grab the microphone, speak really loud in it. I want you to keep passing it. Introduce yourself and give us your position.
Gordon Kaysen, athlete. Dr. Kaysen, athlete.
Ridge Bradley, O-line.
Stock Hogan's quarterback. Kimonte Nixon, receiver.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for these 5 ball players right here. All right, Jaquez Kaysen, I'm going to start with you, wide receiver, safety. Tell me that you're the fastest guy on the team.
No, I'm not the fastest.
You're not the fastest, but I can tell you what you are, and these Tornado Nation and fans know that you are. You're very elusive, you got a quick step.
So I didn't have I couldn't really play middle school, so I hung out at middle school practice, and we practiced on the high school field. So I got to bond with a lot of these guys, the older guys that are here already. So, and during the summer, I got to throw to a lot of these receivers that are still here. So it's just instant, building connections and stuff like that.
That's a great answer. I know you're a lefty, you're a left-hand quarterback. Rather move to your right or to your left when you're rolling out, if you have to roll out?
It really just depends on the throw, in my opinion. But
I've seen you make them. That's why I said I've seen him make both throws. For a lefty, it's harder to go to one side to the other, but I've seen you do it on both sides. So it just depends on the play.
yes, sir. But I mostly like on my left.
All right, hand it over to my main man here, right here, Jordan. Jordan, I know that sometimes it's a competition with your brother, isn't it? That's that brotherly love that y'all have, right? Me and Tornado, brothers right there. I know, hey, tell me, are you faster than him, really? You can just go ahead and say it on the air, man. Only a bunch of people are listening, so don't worry about that.
If we go out 40 times, then yes, sir.
40 times you can get him? Okay. What about any other times?
You know, I feel like it's really just in the moment, you know, some days.
I'm trying to put you on the spot, ain't
It
I?
might be a little fast.
I got you. What do you look forward to this year? You're a senior this year, right?
Junior.
You're a junior, okay. I know your brother's the senior. What are you looking forward to besides, you know, taking your football team to the next level and like Coach Dave was saying, winning that state championship? What are you looking for, just personally, you? What are you working on?
You know, really just evolving as a player as a whole, you know, like being a lot more coachable, like preparing myself for the next level, you know, things of that nature, getting bigger.
Help yourself. That was for us. I meant to tell you earlier. I want to thank all of our guests. I want to thank everybody that came up here and helped out with this thing and gave great interviews.